time for the meet and greet. Meet and greet. It's time for the meet and greet.
Hello guys, welcome to Asavari's meeting show 36. Today we have Shveta Verma Dang, and welcome Shveta to Asavari's meeting show. I invite Shveta and I request Shveta to please kindly introduce herself to our beautiful audience.
Hi everyone, I'm Shveta and I'm originally from India, but I have lived in Canada and US, and I'm here to talk to you guys about a few things of my life and things going on around. So thanks Gargi for having me.
It's indeed my great pleasure, Shveta. So our first topic of discussion is Canada, okay? So let's talk about August 15th. Now, what is August 15th, which is upcoming? The National Acadian Day is observed in parts of Canada each year on August 15th to celebrate Acadian culture. Acadians must unite with the other Francophone Canadians in common objectives before the Anglophone majority of Canada. August 15 occurs during harvest and represents unity, harmony, peace, and prosperity. So being in Canada, how do you feel about Canadian celebration, July 1st being the Canada Day, and various other ethnic events?
It's absolutely amazing feeling. Since I've lived in Canada, I know how welcoming Canada is. Canada बहुत ही welcoming country है. So you'll see a lot of immigrants from not just India, but all over the world there, because it just welcomes everybody with open arms. So everybody lives nicely, peacefully, happily, and welcome each other. So July 1st is a really, really important date in Canadian history. It's when actually, some nations, a lot of British colonies in North America came together, and that's how the Dominion of Canada founded in 1867 in July 1st. So that's Canada Day, and everybody celebrates it with a lot of pride and respect. There's fireworks, the people are happy, it's a holiday, so it's amazing.
I can imagine, बिल्कुल मैं imagine कर सकती हूँ, कल्पना कर सकती हूँ that, कनाडा के साथ, हमारे रिश्ता भी बहुत मजबूत है, बहुत सुनहरा है, बहुत सफल है, बहुत मित्रता है, दो देशों में, because we have an open border with Canada. So, USA और कनाडा की border में कोई भी troops नहीं है, और जरूरत भी कभी नहीं पड़ा, उम्मीद रखती हूँ that जरूरत कभी पड़ेगा भी नहीं, अगर आपके जैसे मित्र हमारे कनाडा में हो.
Absolutely.
और बताएं श्वेता, कनाडा के बारे में, that आप क्या क्या करते थे, कैसे आपका लाइफ था उधर, कैसे कैनेडियन लाइफ है उधर, इतने सारे इंडियंस है, लाइक पार्लियामेंट में इतने सारे इंडियन मेंबर्स है, खासकर सिख मेंबर्स.
Absolutely.
तो थोड़ा बारे में बोले, और वेरी हैंडसम जस्टिन ट्रूडो साहब के बारे में भी थोड़ा सा बोले.
Absolutely. I see you smiling and blushing by his name. He is handsome and everybody, really admires him. With Justin Trudeau, he is from the party where he's liberal, right? So he actually welcomes immigrants a lot. And I think that's why when he came through, he did a lot of things for immigrants, kuch laws, visas, काफी कुछ उन्होंने अच्छे से जरा open up किया, so everybody was pretty happy and delighted about it. Like I said, Canadians are pretty welcoming. So हम लोग वहाँ पे, as compared to US, is a slow life, meaning everybody takes their time. If you meet somebody, if you're new in a place, you'll get a welcome, you'll get a smile. People will ask you how you're doing, even in like elevators or you're in an event. So you don't always feel as if you don't know or you're a stranger. So that's the good thing about like Canada and Canadians. Indian community की बात करें तो Indian community तो हर जगह इकट्ठी हो ही जाती है. We always pull each other. Most of us, like you mentioned, Sikh people and others too live in Brampton. So it's kind of like mini India. And when you talk about Parliament, yeah, we do have a lot of members from Brampton and other places, which I'm very proud of.
Very nice. And then Canada के landscape के बारे में मैं नई बात आपको क्या बताऊं, the Rockies, and then of course the Niagara Falls. Oh my God, this is like heavenly beauty,
It is beautiful. That's true.
हमारे तरफ से Niagara Falls की सुंदरता जितना ना है, कैनेडियन साइड से उसका 3 गुना ज्यादा है. मैं तो बोलूंगी 10 गुना ज्यादा है, I mean, you see the front view of the falls.
True.
It's like amazing, then रात के time पे आप recall कीजिए that, वो colors change होता रहता है, ऐसे सुंदर lighting, like पूरी दुनिया में बहुत कम देखने को मिलता है, तजुर्बा होता है. तो उसके बारे में थोड़ा बोलिए, that थोड़ा sightseeing के बारे में.
Yeah. I think everybody should visit Niagara Falls because it's a beautiful place, a magnificent beauty of nature, I would say. It's amazing from US side, but like you said, view is amazing. Canada ki taraf se, because I don't remember exactly, but there's 3 falls they connect together. One is Horseshoe, and then there's the big one in the middle. I mean, you have to Google up for names, but they all look similar in one place.
करके भी तो है ना, जैसे कि वो दुल्हन के वेल, सामने ऐसे कुछ पड़ा है, ऐसे कुछ मैंने देखी थी,
The thing is that when the water falls, it folds and it looks so pretty. So there's different names. It is beautiful, and for me, I've been lucky क्योंकि मैंने Canada में Niagara Falls winters as well as summers में visit किया है. So it has its own astonishing beauty in both the seasons. Winter में if you go, it'll have like all frozen water, which looks beautiful. It's like eyes को जैसे beauty दिखता है ना, वैसा सा हो जाता है. And then summer has its own, lights and fireworks. Especially July 1st, like I said, there's fireworks on July 1st. Everybody goes there. It's amazing. It's one place to visit in the world.
Exactly, और क्यूबेक के बारे में थोड़ा बोलिए, जो एकदम कट्टरवादी फ्रेंच कल्चर जहाँ है, I like French pastries, French food.
Oh, that's amazing. Oui. I would say j'aime French culture. I teach French, so it's amazing because I am very close to French culture. I've visited Quebec myself so many times. Montreal is beautiful. So is Quebec Village. So when you go there, it's a Quebec City that you go. It's very rooted to French people. Even first language वहाँ पे French है, and second is like English. So you need to know French if you want to go and actually enjoy the city. They take their time. So it's all French culture with food, as you said. If you go to restaurants, it'll take your time. You have to be there at 5 p.m. and then it's like 4 hours you have to spend in. I'm talking about the actual French food if you want to go and catch like formal dining, right? So that's an experience. Then the village has handicrafts and then some things coming from the root. French culture is everywhere, so you're going to enjoy it. You go there.
So Montreal is pronounced as Montreal.
That's in
Montreal?
French. Yes. Oui.
So how you like French?
When I say we, sorry, I mean yes. Yeah, it's Montreal and then Quebec. और होता क्या है, क्योंकि मैं खुद भी बहुत स्टूडेंट्स को पढ़ाती हूँ, so I have a habit of like correcting people, and then I realize no, they're okay from their place क्योंकि English में Montreal ही है. So there's nothing wrong in saying that, but if you want to be authentic, then you be like Montreal.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So देखिए, जिंदगी जो होती है कभी खुशी कभी गम, ठीक है? तो अभी हम खुशियों की बात तो किया, अभी जो नेक्स्ट डिस्कशन है वो थोड़ी गम की है. So let's talk about Japan, or about the ex-Prime Minister of Japan, the late Shinzo Abe. A former Prime Minister of Japan and a serving member of the House of Representatives was assassinated on 8th July 2022 while delivering a campaign speech for a Liberal Democratic Party candidate. He was shot from behind at close range by a man with a homemade firearm. Japan is very progressive, prosperous, and a peaceful country. So my question to you is, how do you see this gun violence on such a great land of peace and prosperity?
Yeah, you see, I would say my condolences to his family, because 8th July was a very sad day. We know Japan, how it comes out to be. Like Buddhism is followed in Japan, it's a very peaceful country. So uske bawajud, nobody was expecting gun violence in Japan Because what I've heard and what I have learned, from the internet and other people, Japan's history, their security, their their borders, they're all secured, but like nobody has in their mind that ever gun violence can occur. It's their culture like that. So such a sad thing happening does mark a history and a shock. So I mean, it's sad to know, and I would say it also educates everybody that at any time, at any point in time, we should be aware of our surroundings, we should be more secure, and laws and processes should be there to stop such events. Gun violence is something that should not occur, according to me, and especially somebody making home weapons to have agony and like to actually take a revenge against somebody. I don't want to go deep into what happened and how the incident happened, but everybody knows about it. It's sad. It's sad. We should have measures to stop it. That's what I feel.
इस घटना इतनी दुखदायक है, इतनी unfortunate है that security is being questioned.
Yes.
That Japan is famous as per the homeland security, cyber security. And if this kind of incident can happen on a broad daylight from somebody who was in defense.
Defense?
So
Absolutely. And
this is very
ex-prime minister.
unexpected.
Absolutely. That's true. So like I said, it shows, if you see the clippings, you'll see how people were reacting to it. They were not used to what happened. You can see the expressions. People, it was unbelievable. So yeah, the measures need to be tightened, needs to be more secure. I agree.
अभी हम फिर खुशी के जश्न में आ गए. तो श्वेता, आप और मैं, हमारी परवरिश हिंदुस्तान से कई दूर कोई दूसरे वतन में हुई. It's very happy to know that from 1947 to 2022, it marks the 75 years of India's independence, or the Platinum Jubilee. So with an Indian origin, how do you see this mega celebration called Azadi ya Swatantrata ka Amrit Mahotsav?
I am very lucky to see that happening. So I'm here on this earth to actually, talk about 75th anniversary of Indian Independence Day. And our roots are there. Our dil is Hindustani. As you say, फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी. हम कहीं भी रहे, Canada रहे, US रहे, Russia रहे, किधर भी रहे, like our hearts are gonna stay Hindustani, right? So
Heart beats for India, right?
Absolutely. So whenever you see that tricolor flag, your heart like pops out and say, oh, it gets filled with happiness. And that's me. And that's everybody, I think, whoever is in Indian outside of India. So yeah, the celebration is amazing. It's not small, it's grand. It's 75th anniversary. And India में तो celebration हो ही रहा है, but अगर हम देखें तो हमारी US में, Canada में भी Indian communities उसको celebrate कर रही हैं. There's flag hoistings happening, there's cultural programs happening. So yeah, everybody is like really excited about it. And I've seen India, like everybody has seen India, what struggles, India went through. जब Britishers और आजादी का सब कुछ हुआ, and all the bloodshed and all the toil that people actually gave towards independence. So we see how amazingly it's growing.
All the kurbaniyan, martyrdom.
Absolutely, that's the word.
शहीद हुए थे.
जी,
So freedom movement of India. I mean, मैं क्या बोलूं? It's like जब हम लोग जब history, इतिहास के पन्ने जब देखते हैं, पढ़ते हैं, महसूस करते हैं that कितने लोग मारे गए during the freedom movement, और इतने मुश्किलों का सामना करके देश के आजादी मिली. उसके बाद भी आजाद होकर भी हमारे बहुत सारे कुछ चीज झेलना पड़ा. पार्टीशन जैसे
Totally.
then financial debts, deficits अभी भी जारी है. then कोविड ने खुशियों को छीन लिया. तो उसके बाद भी financial जो struggle India has been continuously and constantly facing. तो लेकिन फिर भी इंडिया का जो तरक्की, जो कल्चर, जो हेरिटेज, जो क्विजीन, जो टेक्नोलॉजी, तो इसके बारे में थोड़ा बोलिए. दैट आपके ख्याल में इंडिया कहाँ पहुंची है?
Yeah, so I mean, absolutely, what you said is so true. I mean, if you talk about how India is growing, prospering economically and financially, as well as like internet, cyber up le lijiye, nahi to development le lijiye. If you visit, like you will not see it less than any other country outside. Like we as Indians are not less than any other place. It's amazingly growing, and in a good way. So most of hey you like influence hai and the best part is the location of India is such that it has an influence from both east and west, so it gets to grow more, like all the trades happening, all the economic benefits happening. It's an open economy. It welcomes like all of these companies to come invest, to have new things, new technology. So of course, it's growing, it's creating employment, it's generating finances. Kudos.
Salute to
Absolutely.
India, absolutely, और कहाँ इंडिया इंडियंस पहुंच के, मुझे तो लगता है
Absolutely.
that अगर हम देखा जाए तो चांद में भी शायद हमें इंडियन देखने को मिलेगा.
Absolutely. Indians have been everywhere, even outside of, even in the universe. Yes, we've been there. We've been on Everest. You've been everywhere. आप कहीं भी कंट्री में जाएं, किसी भी जगह जाएं, आपको इंडियंस मिल ही जाएंगे. You're never lost.
Yeah,
You're never alone.
और सभी को पता है that इंडिया कौन सी कंट्री है, कहाँ लोकेटेड है, और इंडियन क्विजिन के बारे में तो मैं क्या बोलूं. It is definitely absolutely mouth watering. इतना लजीज. आप थोड़ा बोले श्वेता that आप इंडियन क्विजिन को कितना पसंद करते हैं?
मेरे लिए तो नंबर 1 है इंडियन कुजीन. Like I cannot live without my Indian food, my Indian spices, masala chai. I am a vegetarian, so definitely I know. So paneer tikka and like shahi paneer, and my husband is a non-vegetarian, so unke liye butter chicken, and it's pretty famous. Samosas are famous all over the world, so everybody enjoys it. Like I haven't met anyone in the world who says they haven't tried Indian cuisine and they haven't loved it. So how our moms make it, and think about India has so many different
Everybody knows
religions.
what is tandoori.
Absolutely. And then flavors of India are so they're so amazing. They come from different cities and like different parts of India. It's amazing. Even if you travel inside India, I don't even know how many cuisines exist, but they're all mouth watering and they're all spicy and they're all like ready to eat.
और रेसिपीज बहुत डिफरेंट होता है, मैंने सुनी है, मैंने आजमाई भी है, चक्की भी है, from one state to other. It's very different, पंजाब, बंगाल, I mean जो भी आप साउथ इंडिया जाए, उधर जो states है, then east, north, west, everywhere, northeast, they have their own recipe and they have their own spices, which makes a difference in taste, right?
Yeah, and they're all tasty. Everybody should try. Yeah.
That's awesome. और कुछ बताएं, श्वेता, आप बहुत अच्छी गाना गाती हैं, तो अगर आप कुछ 2-3 लाइन गुनगुना दे, कोई भी एक गाना जो आप डेडिकेट करना चाहते हो इंडिया को, कोई भी एक गाना, चाहे वो बॉलीवुड से हो या पेट्रियोटिक हो, जो भी आपका दिल में आए.
Okay, you got me. Because what happens is when you ask, I don't remember, but I think when I said फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी, उस मूवी से गाना है ना? कौन सा गाना है? हम लोगों को समझ सको तो, हम लोगों को समझ सको तो समझो दिल भर जानी, कितना भी तुम समझोगे उतनी होगी बेचैनी. अपनी छतरी तुमको दे दे तभी तो सब तरसे पानी, कभी नए पैकेट में बेचे तुमको चीज पुरानी, फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी. जॉइन मी गार्गी. फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी, फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी, फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी. Thanks.
Very nice, that was awesome. मेरी शो है तो इसीलिए मैं always guests को, मेहमानों को मौका देती हूँ. I mean, मैं तो देखी हमेशा like बात करती रहती हूँ, इतने टॉकेटिव हूँ मैं, तो लेकिन कभी कभी दूसरों के जो बातें हैं वो सुनने में बहुत अच्छा लगता है. I really enjoyed today's session. श्वेता, आपने बहुत अच्छा बोले हैं हमारे दर्शकों को, और अगर खातिरदारी में कोई कमी रह गया तो my apologies to you.
Oh,
Please
no,
do
no,
come
it was
again.
great. Thank you so
Yeah,
much for having me, Gargi. You're an amazing person, and I watch your episodes and your shows on YouTube. They're amazing, and I know you personally, so you're an awesome person to be with. So never say that. You're awesome and welcoming. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Shveta.